left off at yesterday. I think we're at page 142. Chapter 39. The feminine is abundant. There is never a shortage of women or feminine energy if a man feels that there aren't enough women or that life isn't giving him what he wants. He is simply negating his relationship to the feminine. This sense of starvation, life is not sustaining me, or there are no good women. It's usually rooted in a man's early childhood relationship with his mother. Life itself is the feminine. There is never a shortage of feminine energy, only a resistance for receiving, trusting, and embracing it. You must usually refuse feminine energy in order to feel tired, dry, and hungry for a woman. You are living in the ocean of feminine energy right now. Feminine energy is filling your body with life, beating your heart, and breathing your breath. There are women all around you who, with the proper intuition into mutually surrendered loving, would feed every cell of your body with juicy, enlivening, rejuvenated feminine energy. If you feel stranded on your own masculine island of weariness and hunger, it is because you are refusing to embrace the energy and woman around you. Whenever you are feeling isolated and weary, feel the present moment as if it were a woman. Feel like you are embracing a woman physically. Feel the front of your body as if it were pressed against the front of a woman's naked body, being filled with the delight of her feminine softness and liveliness. Feel her breast and belly against you. Breathe deeply as if you were inhaling her intoxicating fragrance. And while inhaling, receive deeply into your body, not just her scent, but the very essence of feminine deliciousness, as if it were nourishing food for your masculine soul. Relax your body and feel the ocean of feminine energy around you. Feel your surroundings as her form, the sounds around you as her moans and laughter, and the light around you as her smile. Actually relax the moment as you will relax with your lover, not metaphorically, but literally, bodily, with full intention and presence. Do the same in the company of human women. Feed them, not merely as friends, co-workers, or sisters, but as walking blessings of energy. Receive their anger as a jolt of awakening energy. Receive their sexiness as a blessing of enlightenment. Receive their happiness, even when you are depressed, as a light shower of refreshment. Open your breath and body and fully receive each woman's unique flavor of feminine energy, so her day becomes a feast of plenty. You need not show the woman you meet throughout the day that you are just doing anything special at all. Continue to treat them in whatever way is appropriate for the situation. But through it all, relax and enjoy the bountifulness of feminine energy that surrounds you, both in the form of human woman and in the form of the moment together. Chapter 40. Allow older women their magic. Men should support older women in their wisdom, power, and initiative in healing capacities. Men should not degrade older women by demanding or desiring them to be like young women. There should be no such comparison. Each age of woman has its own value, and the transition from superficial shine to deep radiance is inevitable. For many reasons, from biological to yogic, you are probably more sexually attracted to young women than older ones. Walking down the beach or street, your head is more likely to turn for a 20-year-old woman than a 60-year-old. This is quite natural, but there is more to feminine energy than this. Youthful sexual attractiveness is a temporary aspect of a much deeper and more fundamental quality of feminine energy radiance. Feminine radiance is not only the flush of a young woman's cheeks or the glow of her skin, but the shine of life force itself. A woman's true radiance reveals the degree to which she is open, trusting, connected, and loving. Her capacity to love, in turn, allows her body to be moved by the power of life force itself. Lies the true nature of feminine radiance and power, far beyond the simple sexiness of a naive young woman. When a woman is young, her body more easily conducts life force, and so she appears more radiant in general than an older woman. But even amongst young women, there are those who are pretty just on the outside, and those whose beauty springs from their depths. As a woman ages, her skin begins to lose its youthful capacity, taking depth, life force. What remains obvious of her feminine radiance is primarily her beauty of depth. In fact, it is this deep beauty that you find most attractive even in young women. There's a difference between your knee-jerk response to a cute babe and the open-hearted awe and mindless swoon you feel in the company of a woman who moves, breathes, smiles, and shines radiant, feminine energy like a goddess. When looking into such a woman's eyes, you feel an almost breathtaking depth of compassion, love, and mystery. This deep feminine beauty, or radiant, need not to be diminished by age. Actually, it can be magnified, deepened, or glorified. If you are disconnected from your deep masculine core of purpose and consciousness, then you will be also disconnected from a woman's depth. You will see only skin deep, and you will be attracted to the superficial display of a woman's radiance, which often disappears with the passing of youth. You will inevitably dishonor the true and deep forms of feminine radiance and so contribute to the social cult of youth wherein women try to look and behave younger and more superficial than they truly are, denying the power and radiance from depths. The natural sexiness of a young woman will always give you energy. You never need to deny this, but the awesome beauty and radiant ease of a deep woman can stop your mind, widen your heart, and suspend your body in the mystery of feminine grace, all in an instant, with a single gaze or touch, regardless of her body's age. And in relationship with such a woman, there are no bounds to the rapture which may resonate through your union. Balanced feminine love radiance and temporary physical sexiness are both blessings. You must decide, moment by moment and year by year, which qualities you will invoke and venerate with your attention, praise, and union. As a woman grows older with wisdom, her psychic weight increases. She becomes a bigger woman, able to influence her surroundings with stronger magic than a less developed woman. She is able to read the signs of nature with great accuracy, as well as sway events with almost shocking rain. A superior man honors and appreciates this kind of magic and knows that it complements his masculine style of accomplishment. An older woman will also tolerate less of your BS than a younger woman, although this might be one of the reasons for preferring younger women. You must choose your priority. If you find yourself attracted to younger women, be careful that you aren't trying to find an easier relationship with a woman who will let you slide. If your purpose is to become ever more free of your self burdens and give your true gift to the world, then a spiritually mature woman won't let you slather in your comfort. Habits of security and distraction may be an excellent ally for your journey. So we're going to stop right there at page 147. Turn your lesson to gifts, chapter 41. Matter of fact, I want to read this. When a man sees a beautiful woman, it is natural for him to feel energy in his body, which he usually interprets as sexual desire, rather than dispersing this energy in mental fantasy. A man should learn to circulate his heightened energy. He should breathe fully, circulating the energy fully throughout his body. He should treat his heightened energy as a gift, which could heal and rejuvenate his body. Through his service, heal the world. Through these means, his desire is converted into fullness of heart. His lust is converted into service. His desire is not converted by denying sexual attraction, but by enjoying it fully, circulating it through his body without allowing it to stagnate as mental fantasy, and returning it to the world from his heart. If you are like most men, sexual energy tend to go directly to one of the two places. Either your head becomes stimulated and you fantasize about being with the woman who turned you on, or your gentiles become stimulated in lustful need. Your head and genitals, however, are just the north and south poles of your body. A superior man circulates the energy of arousal throughout his body, taking particular care not to let it stagnate in swollen fantasies. The purpose of sexual desire is creation. Reproduction is but the biological aspect of creation. As a man, you probably have much more to give than the world than your children. Just as beautiful women inspire biological procreation, they are also artistic, social, and spiritual creativity. When it comes down to it, most creative men will admit that, one way or another, women are their muse and inspiration. Women bring them into their world. Women move them to create and serve humanity. In fact, some men will go so far as to say that if it weren't for women, they wouldn't be interested in the world much at all. If you are a man, you have probably found yourself inspired at some time or another by a woman. Such inspiration is usually temporary because most men don't know how to cultivate their relationship to the feminine. They tend to be inspired and then spurt it out through spasms of thought and ejaculation. Then they seek inspiration again through more women or through other feminine sources, such as alcohol, drugs, or nature. But if you learn to discipline your habits, building up and releasing mental and sexual tension, you can continually cultivate and magnify your inspiration. You can wean yourself from the addictive cycles of sexuality and intoxication. You can make use of the native force of sexual desire for your woman and for other women, and convert your tendency toward fantasy and lust into the force of inspiration. Feel lust. Feel what it really is in its totality. Your lust reveals your real desire to unite with the feminine, to penetrate as deeply as possible, to receive her delicious light as radiant food for your masculine soul, and to give her your entirety, losing yourself in the giving, so that you both liberated beyond yourselves in the explosion of your gifts. This explosion of gifting could be the basis of your life, not just a moment of sexual yielding. When you feel sexual lust or desire for any woman, breathe deeply and allow the feeling of desire to magnify, and allow it to magnify more. Don't let the energy become more lodged in your head, but circulate it through your body. Using your breath as the instrument of circulation. Bathe every cell in the stimulated energy. Inhale it into your heart, and then feel outward for your heart, feeling the world as if it were your lover. With the example, move into the world and penetrate it skillfully and spontaneously. Open it into love. Through these means, allow woman's sexiness to help you discover and give your gift, rather than beguile you into cycles of stimulation and depletion. Chapter 42. Never allow your desires to become suppressed or depolarized. Page 150. So we're going to stop right there. So make sure y'all like, follow, share, subscribe, all that. Thank y'all for tuning in. The best is here. We glow.